genuinely forgot the title of this show then. Just for a second, I was like, we're live with something. We're live with Therosian Odyssey, Tides of Volition. We're on season 2. We're on the penultimate episode. Next week is our last episode of season 2. Can you believe that? And also, Kumi worked out that this is our 18th episode that we've ever streamed, which is a lot of hours of streaming. And just look how tired everyone is from it. Just yeah, we're really excited to be here. Oh god, I'm in the penultimate already. That's kind of made me sad again. Happy day off to pretty much everyone, probably, or a lot of people, for whatever reason, apart from Lindsay.
Small business owners. I gotta go open up my anime store so all the kids can come and get their Easter presents.
Yeah, with the Easter money or whatever it is that they've got. But happy Easter, happy whatever it is. We're happy to have you here. Yeah, we'll quickly go around as we always do. Who should we start with? Now everyone's a little bit tired today. I'm gonna go in a sensible order. We're gonna start with Jen. It's the alphabetical thing to do.
Hello friends, I'm awake. Hi, I'm Jen. I will be playing your very friendly local half-elven wizard Estrella, who is not sure whether to be scared or excited about this. That's me.
Both is good. Let's go with Joan next. Hey, Joan.
Hi. Tired. I'm chaotic.
Joan's very tired today. That doesn't mean I'm going to go easy on her, but I will take that into account when making my moves. Kumi, you're up next.
Hello, I'm Kumi, and I'm going to be playing Kalyuka, the barbarian. Look out for bagpipes and trying not to go into rage, and a bit of fun bardic inspiration today. I'm looking forward to that.
I will not have it. Not bardic inspiration. Oh no. Okay, Lindsay. You're muted.
Hi, sorry about that. Sorry I had to run away. I heard weird noises and I had to go check up on it. Couldn't find the source, but something's going on.
You're in
I'm
darkness
haunted.
too. I don't like that.
Yeah, sorry, my light's also doing this thing where it's like a brave party in here if I turn my light on, and I feel like I should cater to possible epileptics watching. So I am in darkness today. You can still see my beautiful face. It's fun. And I am playing Eva, your Kenku ranger, rogue, bird thing, who's looking forward to potentially making a new bird friend in the sky. And
New bird friend.
More bird friends.
Dreams and wishes. I just want to really point out that Lindsay did just tell us that her lights are flickering. And she's hearing weird noises. So we just I'm not saying you're haunted, but
I just said I'm pretty sure I'm haunted right now. So
yeah, I think so. And last but not least, let's go with Lulu.
Hi, I'm Lulu. I will be playing Callista, the party's cleric who really wishes she was a rogue. And hopefully she doesn't have too much of a hard time keeping Estrella alive this session. We'll see.
What a call out. I feel like Estrella's fate is all gonna really depend on how much she sasses the DM today, because she's in a really sassy mood.
I'm already eyes deep in sass. I don't think there's any saving me at this point.
Maybe you should just focus your efforts elsewhere at this point, Callista. I don't know.
I can still see exactly how much of a charm mark I can leave on the deck.
All right. Well, that leaves me. I'm Kat. I always forget to introduce myself. I realized this, when I've gone back and rewatched old episodes, I'm like, I always introduce them and not myself, and then I introduce myself at the end. So you know what? I'm going to introduce myself today. I'm Kat. and I will be the DM today and every week. Yeah, I guess if that is everything that everyone wants to chat about right this second, we shall move straight into the session. Recently, and like I kind of over the last few sessions, the party have had a little bit more time to relax. You know, they've had a rough first couple of days out at the sea. They've used that time wisely. Now that they've had some downtime, they've planned for some of the difficult trials that they might face during their voyage here. They are attempting to learn how to navigate these very dangerous and quite unpredictable island. They have gained a description. This is probably the biggest one. They've gained a description, a visual description, and Callista has seen in her mind exactly what this fortressed island that Lady Helene resides upon looks like. So they kind of know what they're looking for and heading to. How to get there, still a little wishy-washy, but they've had a couple of ideas regarding that. And at the moment, I believe the current plan is follow the winds and see where it takes us, which sounds crazy, but it might actually not be. As you have been navigating your way through some quite it's not too shallow that you're going to get like beached or anything. A little bit of control water from Australia would definitely have helped things along, but the islands are it is quite shallow set islands, so the water is not very, very deep in these areas. You have found that you've been kind of just trying to kind of weave your way through these quite small, and I do mean small, like these islands are probably like, some of them are even just like room sized, like just sort of almost like piles of sand just sticking out. It's quite interesting. They just kind of look like little like pockets of land here and there. Nothing massive yet. And things have been kind of quiet. Only the faintest rumblings of thunder, distant rumblings of thunder nagging at your senses. And the focus has been kind of on learning about yourselves and your crewmates and each other. We finished last session, however, with those rumblings of thunder becoming a little bit louder. The wind has begun to whip up through the water, though the water remains kind of still, oddly still. And Australia is an early riser, and Eva sleeps up in her crow's nest. So the two of you are kind of awake and on the deck, as it were, and are witnessing this. The rest of you are waking in your beds now to the sound of a quite ferocious thunderstorm, seemingly out of nowhere. Those of you above deck now know that Kahara, whatever that might be, is bearing down upon your ship. Her shrieks of fury are followed up by a cacophonous boom of thunder, and she lights up her quite large form with crackles of pure electrical energy. She seems to fill up the entire sky almost, from sort of wing point to wing point. Each feather looks like its own sort of miniature lightning strike in various hues of red, pink, purple, Durkle, and indigo. And she is quite beautiful to behold, actually. She's also very quick. She is deadly. And most importantly, she is very, very angry. And she is on her way to you now. So I would like everyone to roll initiative for me, please. And I am also going to roll initiative for various
I think the
people.
bird should roll like shit.
Do you think that?
In that case,
I
the
do.
bird can have my roll. I got a 25. I got a 5.
That's
Whoa. Stop yelling numbers at me, please.
42, 65.
We said 2 numbers.
Okay. So. All right. Eva, what's your initiative?
25.
25. Excellent. Estrella, what's yours?
Nasty 20.
Nasty 20.
Well, it's not a clean 20. I didn't roll a 20. I rolled a 17, but plus 3.
Callista?
15.
That's not bad. That's okay. We're doing all right so far. Onyx?
5.
5.
Someone has to go last, so.
What would it be? It wouldn't be a combat without Onyx rolling badly in initiative. And Kumi?
A 10.
A 10. There it is again. Wait, hold on. That's not even a joke. You've got 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, guys.
This is fake. This is fake.
This is clearly because
We're gonna die, so it's giving us one little like thing to enjoy beforehand.
Okay. Just getting my initiatives in order. Bear with me just one moment.
a bear with you. I thought it was a bird. I'm so sorry.
You think you're so damn funny, don't you? Yes.
It wasn't even the joke, it was the way that you laughed at your own joke immediately afterwards.
I think that's what makes it saddest, you know. It's just
Kat, just before we start, have we had a long rest?
yes, you have had a long rest. No, I'm not a monster, everyone. You have had a long rest. You are waking up.
X to doubt, but okay.
X to doubt. I am coming for you. How dare you? How dare you?
Apparently when I'm tired, I'm spicy.
I'm spicy today too, so we're gonna have a good time.
Hector's not done too bad
yet.
All right. Tilly's actually going before you this time on it, Onyx. Because normally Tilly just follows Onyx. Like Onyx is like, I rolled really bad, and then I'm like, not as bad as Tilly. But Tilly's going before you this time. Not by much.
Gotta let everybody else get a chance to do some damage.
Yeah, it's not by much.
You have to clean up everyone's messes by going last.
Okay. All right, I'm almost done. That and that.
I mean, when I play my rogue in my other game, I usually end up lowering my initiative anyway, so.
All right, I think that is everyone because Cedric is not combat involved. All right, so Eva, this might come as a surprise to you, but you are going first.
I thought the bird was supposed to be fast.
You can see, so this bird is actually quite some way off.
Oh, okay.
I would say we're looking at like a good 600 feet-ish off. Like it's far away, but it is coming. You can see it is coming at speed towards you. What is it that you would like to do? It is this like, it is gargantuan, one might say. it is crackling with this electric energy. Doesn't take much insight, but you probably have one of the best insights in your party. It is angry. It's just pure electrical rage coming at your boat right now. And you can see that like people are, it's creating all this noise that seems to come from nowhere. So you can see that there are members of the crew. They're starting to come out from downstairs and look around and try and figure out what's happening. I don't think that we're quite descended into chaos yet, but people are kind of starting to get ready. The crew originally, when we kind of left off last time, they wanted to run. And Cascade was like, there is no way that we're outpacing that thing at all. So we need to fight instead, and kind of brace. And that seems to be the mood of the ship currently. What
is
would
there
you like to
an island nearby by chance?
Not when you say nearby, how close were you thinking?
Like that we could get to?
Not really.
No. Okay.
No.
Other idea, is there an island close enough that I might be able to determine if we are too close to a nest, that mama bird instincts have kicked in and we just need to get away from there?
So yeah, I feel like you would survival is one of your things. You would definitely understand, based on again what the crew have kind of said, you have invaded this thing's territory. How big the territory is, you don't know. Your passive perception is very good, isn't it?
I think it's a 20 something.
Yeah,
Perception, 22.
Exceptionally high. I think from what you can see, you're not massively close to an island. Looking around, you don't see anything that resembles, and I know that you would at this point be looking on a much bigger scale, anything that resembles a nest, anything that resembles an egg, as far as the eye can see. And I will base that just on your passive, because your passive is very good. So it looks like roll a survival check for me.
I'm going to use my Kenku recall to give myself advantage. So let me just click off my Kenku recall. There's my recall. I'm going to give myself advantage on my survival throw. I'm going to throw it twice. So, one's a 24 and the other one is a 18. So 24.
Terrible rolls. This birds, birds are very, very different, obviously, depending on the bird and how they behave. It's clear, like, you're looking around, it's clear this thing's by itself. There's no sign of a flock, there's no sign of, but it's very territorial. I think you wouldn't, I think that you would understand there's a chance that it could be protecting an egg of some kind, but because you don't see an egg nearby, this tells you that either it considers an exceptionally large area of land its territory and is protecting something within a really large radius that even if you turned around and ran, you might not be able to get out of, because you've been hearing this thunderstorm for a few days, and so, like, it's a thunder bird, it's a like lightning bird. Perhaps that was that thing traveling the whole time. Either that, or it is just, it's protective of this area as a whole as its home rather than of an egg. But what you would know that, this is the obvious thing now, but this is not an ordinary bird. This is a magical creature. It is clearly enhanced by what Eva would probably describe as the Nyx, the chaos and the magic of the Nyx. It is seems to be what I will give you as well because of your perception is as it kind of flashes, there does seem to be light coming from a much smaller area within this huge bird, still in the shape of a bird, still not tiny, but it kind of flashes outwards and then it kind of comes back in again to a point. So it's not it's massive, but it's definitely holds its power within a smaller scale
area. Okay.
Yeah.
So Eva, having, seen all this, put like things together, she is going to kind of like slide down the mast quickly. She's going to look for Cascade, and the only thing she's really going to say is like she's going to make eye contact, kind of be like, "We're fucked."
Great. All right. So just to be clear, you're coming down the mast.
Yeah.
You're getting on the ship.
Getting on the ship.
What a sensible move from Eva. God, imagine if she just stayed up on the mast where she was just.
You mean the giant
lightning is gonna strike first.
The giant lightning rod,
Thanks,
yeah.
fuck, honestly.
Yeah,
Thank
giant
you.
lightning rod. The bird has come down to tell Cascade that they're fucked and point towards the bird in case Cascade hasn't seen it yet.
In case Cascade hasn't seen it yet. I am really enjoying Eva. Cascade just looks at you with this like dumbfounded expression, and is just like, "Oh yeah, why not say it a bit louder so the whole crew can hear you?" And then
Eva will take that literally, and if provoked, will say it louder.
And she will just continue to be barking orders, trying to shout over you because you're demoralizing everyone at this point. And is there anything else that you wanted to do?
Are there I can't hear the bird making like cries yet, can I?
You can hear it making quite loud cries, yeah. It sounds like a shriek, but then kind of devolves into this thunder. It's like it starts off as a very high pitched and then becomes very booming.
Yep. So if I can hear it, I would like to cast my Speak with Animals so I can potentially understand what it's saying.
Hey, interesting. Yes, you can cast your Speak with Animals if you like.
I did.
Cool. Let me just need to check up on something. So it's specifically with beasts, isn't it?
You gain the ability to verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. So I guess this isn't considered a beast.
It is not considered a beast.
My money's on Celestial.
Just want to check this.
Well, if it's speaking Celestial, then I can understand it.
It's not speaking
okay
a language that you can currently understand. I mean, it was a good idea, but currently it's I checked to see if there was a language, because I know that Eva speaks a lot of languages, and I would have let you retract the Speak with Animals if it was something you could understand, but sadly no.
All right. Well, still with my speak with animals, because I already set it off. If I can't speak to that, are there seagulls around?
No.
The seagulls are smart enough, fucked right off.
They are gone. They are. But you could see them flying off in the completely different direction. They are getting the fuck out. Maybe I'll throw in just for a little thing. You can just hear, was it Greg? Did I call him Greg the seagull? You can just hear Greg like, "Well, good luck with that, Eva," as he just flies off into the distance. I told you I don't like magical birds. He did tell you that.
Yep, did.
He's off.
He's fucked off. Yep. Okay, that's what a one second, let me would I feel like detect thoughts would work?
So speak with animals was an action. Is it an action to do detect thoughts as well? Detect thoughts might, but
does it work at this distance?
You have to be within 30 or 60 feet.
Okay.
You might have to wait until it's a bit closer.
1 minute.
Oh yeah, it's so it's cast on self, but then the creature has to be within 30 feet, I think.
That's what I'm trying to read. 30 feet, yeah, okay. So no, Eva's just gonna adore at this point, is the technical term.
Eva is just gonna, wow, we're fucked, aren't we? That's
yeah, because my weapons don't
various different languages and be like, no, these things
what's
can't
the
even
best language to express this in? I'm gonna go with Celeste. Celeste is gonna be, or Primordial will be the best language to say. Yeah, okay, so yeah, she's not gonna scream "we're fucked" to the crew. She's gonna say it in a language that they might not understand.
Mm-hmm.
And if they happen to understand, then it's even better for them.
Well, because that's the thing. Just because it's not speaking a language doesn't mean it can't understand the language.
Fair. I don't think I can yell that far though.
No, you probably can't.
Yeah. All right.
I will say that when you yell "we're fucked" in whatever language that is, it Celestial?
I'm gonna go with Celestial.
Celestial. You don't really get a response from anyone. Everyone just thinks that no one looks at you and goes,
I mean, Estrella does. Estrella
does. Oh wait.
Okay, so Estrella immediately you see a reaction from Estrella, like, oh hey, was someone speaking Celestial back here?
Eva will make eye contact and she'll say it again in Primordial.
I haven't cast Comprehend Languages yet, so I don't understand that.
Okay, then she's gonna say it again in Primordial and nod her head knowingly.
This is the greatest interaction. It's like, we're fucked in Celestial, and Estrella's like, huh? And it's like, we're fucked in Primordial, and then Estrella's like,
like, okay, we're fucked in Primordial.
Well, if Callista weren't down below deck, she would have caught that, but in both of the languages.
You have a good perception score, Callista, so you just hear a faint, like, we're fucked, like, from the above deck, and you're like, who the fuck is speaking?
I'm standing right above your cabin and saying it.
Love that we're learning so much about each other's languages in this moment. All right, who is up next? Oh, it's our good friend Kahara's turn. Kahara is going to move, and she is going to move 120 feet towards your ship. And so you can see she's bearing on you quickly. She's kind of gone beyond a fifth of the way that she was actually, do you know what? That's without dash. She's gonna dash. And she's gonna move roughly about 200 feet towards you. So she's lightning fast coming towards you. one might say lightning fast.
We should probably take the sails down, but that's just not my turn to say it anymore.
So she gets about let's say she's about 300 feet away at this point now. No, wait, did I say 500, 600 feet?
You said 600.
Yeah, so she's about 400 feet away now, just under 400 feet. Next up is Suri. Suri is Suri's normally a little scrappy. Cascade has yelled at her to get the fuck out of there, as Cascade would. And normally Suri is the person that's like, no, I'm not fucking going anywhere. But she takes one look at this great big fucking lightning bird and she's like, nah, fuck that. And then she bonus action and action dashes, and I think she will get there all the way to her little boat covered in tarpaulin.
No, not the boat. It's so
no. Listen, she's just going to her safe place. She just goes there. Obviously, Cascade would have been like below deck as she runs past, but she's not.
Below deck is not better.
I mean,
I don't think anywhere
getting struck by lightning, but.
She just dives under the tarpaulin, and I get, well, let's have her hidden, shall we? You can't see her anymore. She's gone. Next up, we have Estrella.
Hello.
It's your turn.
I have a handful of questions. I
feel like I'm not gonna have the answers to some of these.
So, the main thing is, I did not say that I cast Comprehend Languages earlier, so I'm going to have to spend my action to do that now. But before I do that, what does this have the general, like, do I know anything about this fucking bird?
I was waiting for you to ask me in terms that are comfortable with you, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like,
what the fuck is this cat?
I feel like it's
relevant skills could be Arcana, History, Nature.
Probably be like a nature check.
Okay.
I feel like it would be.
I can do that. That's a 23.
It's not a 25.
It's not a 25. I know.
I'm gonna stop making this joke. I'm just encouraging you.
If it makes you feel any better, you can't discourage me, so you might as well just lean into it.
Okay.
Don't challenge her.
Let me just, because 23 is really good. So let me just gather together a little bit of information for you.
Incredibly sexy.
Thanks. What you are basically looking at, and what it will immediately make you think of, is all the stories that you have ever read about a phoenix.
That's a lot of stories, Kat.
But obviously, phoenixes aren't they're normally very fiery creatures. This seems to be wielding a different kind of element. But you probably, 23, you probably will have heard of the idea, or at least come across the idea, that phoenixes might come in different variations. Your standard Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. Could there be an icy one? We don't know. Like, you've read a lot about like different kind of creatures, and obviously the fiery phoenix is the one that is most common, and definitely where you're from, like Akros, there's a sort of lots of legends about like the nearby volcanoes and potential phoenixes that might live there, and be under sort of Perforos's domain. It's not a real stretch to imagine that there might be, if you know, phoenix that exist in the world that are based around lightning or based around other elements. And this is the vibe that this creature is giving you. It is a bird, and it is giving itself a bird shape, but it ultimately seems to be the embodiment of this very destructive element, an element that you know very well, which is lightning. And it has the kind of the same MOs in terms of it is emitting light. I'm trying to think what you would probably know about the phoenix. You would know that the phoenix, like a fiery phoenix, is known for its ability to change its size and shape because it is that element. So it can become the size of a sort of a candle flame if it wants, or it can become a fiery inferno. It really depends what mood it's in. Most of the time, phoenix are in a pretty angry, territorial, terrifying mood, and so they quite often take the form of angry, territorial, terrifying fire. But it would potentially have those abilities. It has incredible speeds, which you are witnessing before your very eyes. It has sort of illumination powers. It brightens things up. You know that it's probably not a good idea that it's coming towards a ship. And that its whole attacks, as it were, will probably be based around its element.
Okay.
That it is born within.
Do I know if creatures of this caliber, specifically phoenixes, or anything that's been touched by the Nyx, do they tend to speak languages?
Now, so this is interesting. As a creature, not necessarily. Things that have been touched by the Nyx tend to have very varying powers and effects and things like that. It's possible, especially if a deity has chosen them in some way to kind of bear a mark upon Theros. You would probably, a creature like this, I mean, the kind of where both yours and Lindsay's heads were at, or where yours and Eva's heads were at, was pretty well on track. If it's come from the Nyx, there's a chance it might understand Celestial. If it's pure energy of an element, there's a chance it might understand Primordial.
Right. My question
to...
is more, does it / might it speak?
You don't know.
Okay.
Stories that you would have read, the fairy tales might say, and then the phoenix said.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't know for sure. There's nothing in the written accounts that say, yeah, I had this conversation with a phoenix and it told me the exact diameters of its feathers and things like that. But stories, myths, they are very different, and they say things like, yeah, the phoenix spoke, and it really, as a rule, maybe not. We don't know if that's an embellishment or if some of those myths might have.
Right. Okay.
So what you're saying is we're about to write a book on this.
Yeah,
yes,
you're about
we are.
to answer this question,
yes,
this age-old question. Can Phoenix speak?
Okay.
And this one has a name because this is what the crew
exactly.
are terrified.
It's got a name, so it's the more personified it tends to get, the more likely that I am, at least, to kind of assume maybe it's more likely to be the kind to be like, get the fuck out of my territory. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Helm of Comprehend Languages to turn on Comprehend Languages. So I have that for an hour. And that for a good solid hour. And then I don't really have anything in the way of things like bonus actions. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to be smart about things. And I'm going to move a little bit. I'm just going to move... oh, fuck that. Nope, that's something else. Yeehaw. Move. No, move. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to move over a little bit closer to everybody else because I don't want to die. Which way is the bird coming from? Is it coming from the north?
Yes.
Okay.
This
I
big
figured that's why all of the water was up here,
this
but...
big space of water that I've created.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming from that direction.
Yeah, okay.
Just for ease, really.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to cast my Comprehend Languages. There isn't too much else that I can do right now, so for now it's pretty much just brace for impact, and look around, take stock of who is there, and it sounds like the crew has at least encountered or seen this creature before. So I'm going to shout at Cascade, like, what are we dealing with here?
You know, the problem is that I don't think Cascade knows much more than you do. You're the reader. Her answer will probably be, well, you're the smart one. I was about to ask you the same question. And
in that case, I will use my bonus action to rattle off everything I can.
You can. Essentially her response is very that she has never seen Kahara before. So she has never encountered Kahara before, but she's heard tales. Obviously, the crew have. That one grizzled veteran that I remember that I talked about before. He's the kind that he might have survived an encounter with Kahara. He doesn't look hopeful right now. I will put that out there. And as this thing is coming down on you, by the way, the storm is starting to get really bad now. The waves around the ship are starting to kind of ripple a little bit. They're starting to get as the winds are picking up. Yeah, you're kind of getting these. You can see now. There's like these little, like, every so often between screeches where its entire form is lit up, there's these little, like, extra lightning strikes just kind of coming out. It's making itself look as big and scary as it possibly can right now.
Okay, so as my turn wraps up, two things happen. One, everybody who can see me will notice that Estrella's got this weird mix of, like, more than mild concern, significant concern, but also, like, wonder and curiosity, because of course. And, like,
yeah, it's beautiful. It's handling lightning like nothing you've ever seen before.
It's fucking gorgeous. And she's kind of like leaning forward a little bit and just kind of like inspecting it to see if she can figure out, like, what on earth, like, where is all this power coming from? So she's just kind of like studying this bird in the middle of this fucking storm. As this little circlet glows for a moment. And that's my turn, is pretty much moving, yelling, gazing in wonder, and casting Comprehend Languages.
Nice.
I can't do anything at this range yet, but next turn I'll be able to, so please hold for more.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome. Next, the Kahara is going to use a legendary action to move another 120 feet towards you. and we'll say that's it for now. Dion. So where are we at now? We're at about 300, maybe 250 feet away. Within range for some of you. looking at you, Eva. And it is Dion's go, which makes a lot of sense, actually. Dion's up on deck. Dion is going to a ballista, ready to man one. He's not saying anything. He's just got this absolute look of like, here we fucking go again on his face, and he's just on.
He is
one of the
going
ballista.
to one of the other ones and not the ones that he's on, right? He's not just firing away from it, right?
No. I'm gonna move him. That was just kind of where I had him start.
He just starts going wailing.
Dion just jumps over the edge. He's like, nah, fuck this. No, he's gonna go to, let's put him on this one here. And that will be Dion's go. As he kind of runs past you both, he kind of says, tell me that the two of you have a better plan than this, and he just kind of gets himself ready on this ballista. And then
Do you want me to lie to you, or do you want the truth? Do you want me to lie to you, or do you want the truth? Like,
yeah, he's okay. He's like, well, guess I'm taking it on then. So he's done that. Callista, it's your go.
Okay, well, Callista is down in her stateroom, and she's just vaguely heard Eva say we're fucked in first Celestial and then Primordial. So she's
what a great thing to wake up to.
Yeah. So she's going to move her 30 feet so she can get hopefully at least up on deck and see what's going on. I don't think she'll have any trouble seeing this huge lightning bird coming barreling towards them. So she's gonna
go on.
No, I was gonna say, so she would call out to everybody, if you can, stay close to me. And she's gonna cast Aura of Vitality, which she will be able to use on her bonus action, give some healing to anybody who's within 30 feet of her.
I think as you move through the downstairs, you will have run past Tilly and Hector. Tilly will have just kind of bowled open the door, and Hector's already out there. He's like, he would have actually just looked at you, and genuinely for the first time, I think that he actually looks a little bit like, how should we say, perturbed. You know, he can deal with things in the sea. This is a thing in the sky. So he's less sure about that. And he's just like, just be careful. This is very dangerous. And then he's kind of, you're already past him. You make your way up. You cast Aura of Vitality, which is, how many feet is it?
Within 30 feet.
30 feet.
Of
okay,
me.
yes. I think you can get everyone that's up on deck right now.
Yeah, it's as a bonus action, I can give 2d6 healing to whoever might need it if
Very
they're close
useful.
enough.
Might be useful, yes.
I'm hoping not, but
I don't know. Maybe it's just coming. Maybe it's just going to pass by, like
I feel like I'm being targeted right
Kumi
now.
suggested, and you're all just getting so worked up for nothing. You imagine. I feel like you would actually be really angry with me if I did that. I owe it to you, really, to give you a good combat. All right. Cool. Whose go is it next? That was Callista's. So it's Cascade's go. Cascade. Let's see. Okay. Cascade, I think the best thing that Cascade can do right now is probably man another one of the ballista, to be honest. She just takes one look at her rapier and she's just like, this is not gonna cut it. And she runs forward, mans a ballista. Let me just do that, and then let's pop her there. And once more attempts to yell at Suri, get below deck rather than just in your boat, but whether like Suri's just kind of not really listening at this point. Cool. Next up we have Hector. Hector. Let's see what he's gonna come up on deck. Actually, which is most un-Hector like. Have I got a note there? Most un-Hector like, but he is going to come up on deck. Maybe he's not as useless as you all think he is. I don't know.
You don't think he's useless, just a butt.
Well, you know, he can't be outdone by Callista, so he has to come up on deck.
Yeah, that's very true. Like Callista's just like, she's not even hesitated. She's just run past him, and he's like, well, now I can't be seen to just be down here, like hiding. Have to go up. So he is going to head up onto the deck, and who's closest to him right now? I think he would probably cast I think he would probably cast Aid on the people he can see. So let's go with because it helps the three of you. Let's go with Callista, Eva, and Estrella. He casts Aid on you. So your maximum hit points increase by 5. Because he's going to need all the help he can get healing. So Callista, that's your job. And he's gonna he recognizes that maybe Eva is she's not in her usual crow's nest, so let's put her, you know, she's just as at risk as the rest of you. And Estrella, last time he saw Estrella in very serious combat, Estrella did almost get trident killed, so he's like give her a little bit of an extra boost.
It's a flesh wound, I was fine.
Is but a flesh wound. But yes, so that is Hector's go, and then I think that after that it is Calliope's go.
Kalika is first going to look at Caillou and be like, Caillou, sit inside carefully, don't come upstairs, okay? There seems to be something upstairs happening, and just like going outside, and Caillou's just staring at him, so sit, and then runs upstairs. Is that about 30 feet that I could get 30-40 feet to upstairs, like on deck?
Yes, I think you could get to on deck. You're fine to get to on deck. What I will say, just before you had your go, by the way, the bird used another legendary action to move another 100 or so feet towards you. But still out of range. It's still quite far away.
How far though? Like exactly?
Well, that's an excellent question. I think it was at about 250. So I think that we're kind of looking at about 120 feet-ish away now.
120. Awesome. Okay. Perfectly what I wanted.
Scared.
Kalika
Or it could very easily change to 130.
No. Kalika comes on board, looks at all this, looks at the others, smiles in a very awkward way, and for the first time ever, to ensure like that Callista is safe, is to do her bardic inspiration. Now, Kalika hasn't tried this before. She has done bardic inspiration before, but I'm just going to take a roll on this with the new attribute. Oh, that's a 6. What happens?
Is that good?
That is the tale of the traveler. So, I guess like Kalika comes up and she sees this, and the panic rings in her heart like a song. And she looks over to Callista, who's standing right next to her, and just has this sense of worry. Is there any tale that I hear when I'm casting my bardic inspiration?
Right, let me just remind myself of your, so that I can. So you rolled a 6, you said.
Mhm.
Yes. You look at Callista, and you feel this sense of worry, the sense of immediate panic at this situation, and for a second it's yours, and then it begins to grow and grow to the point of like it's actually you're finding it a little bit difficult to breathe, and you realize you are not by yourself. There is an energy, there is a residual energy of something that was here in this spot, someone that was here and also saw this bird. And as you look to your friend, this energy also looks to your friend and says, Kahara is deadly. You'll need to be quick. You'll need to be strong. And Callista, what was the roll that you rolled? You need
6 plus 3, 9.
So you gain 9 temporary hit points.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And your walking speed increases by 10 feet. And you gain a +1 bonus to your AC.
Oh, wow.
I fucking love it.
I know. Even I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
Don't get hit and you get to keep that shit.
And
and just Kaliuka, you've been kind of frozen in place as you said. You realized that it was this person, this energy was speaking, but it was you were speaking at the same time, and you just finally managed to free yourself from this sort of temporary paralysis, and you look to your side and this ghost of an image of a person, a sailor, fades back into the air.
Amazing. I just whisper a thank you to them and give like Callista this nod, like, you're okay. Like I will protect you in case you feel scared. And then Kalyuka, now do the signs of this bird being next touched is it like obvious?
I mean, it's obvious in the sense that a lot of things that are Nyx touch, they kind of have this very Durkle energy. It's like it's definitely like it's the way because the Nyx is very chaotic, and obviously lightning is chaotic, so it's difficult to be like this is definitely Nyx touch, but because it's a bird and because it's got all of this stuff coming off of it and it's clearly massive and it just screams of this is not your average version of whatever this is. Like this feels more powerful, it has a name, it's known, and it seems to be stronger. Certainly this presence that you felt momentarily considered it stronger than what it should be, and you will need to keep your wits about you to defeat it.
Got it. So Kalyuka is standing here and that that first impression of worry and fear kind of dissipates a little bit, seeing, the darker energy around this bird, because she remembers that Caillou is the same. She remembers that Onyx is the same as well. And looking at this bird, as dangerous as it might be, all she can really think about is this weird purple energy. And did people look at Onyx and fear her in the same way when she saw this for the first time? And Kaluka, for the first time, like, can't get herself to look at this entity as something, I mean, dangerous, of course, but dangerous to them. That's something that she can't get herself to think of immediately. So taking a deep breath and hearing what the spirit had told Callista as well, she is going to take off her bagpipes, and if she can, play a small melody to this bird, while also casting a 120 feet message to say, "Hello, friend, we mean no harm."
That is wholesome. Message. Okay.
And I'm going to play the bagpipes as loudly as I can, but in the most cheerful, like, appeasing tune ever. Nothing that seems too energetic, nothing that's, it's something more like, your Journey Spotify that you hear in your car as you go for a long travel, but trying to kind of like either appease it, or if not anything else, give it a little melody as it passes over us.
You know what? Message is very interesting because you cast it on a creature, and a lot of like communication spells, they have very restrictive rules around language and intelligence ratings and things like that. But for some reason, message doesn't. It's just you whisper to a creature in its mind and it responds, and I'm like, surely that bypasses like a lot. Okay. So you kind of you message, but it's a tune that kind of speaks the words of like, we don't mean you harm.
Yes. And I'm going to stress on also the hello, friend. It's like, when you're going past and you see a sheep and you're like, hello, you. That's sort of like, but a very sweet sort of way. And just to like, in case it feels any sort of like that, that we might be tricking it or anything, play it a little tune so that it doesn't feel too bad.
You reach out to this creature, and I guess what you would immediately sense as you enter this creature's mind is a lot of anger, and maybe fear as well. I'm not going to say what you get back is necessarily in a language, but what you feel in terms of emotion is, you are in my home. All who are in my home mean me harm. That's what you get back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very visceral like rejection of the notion of friendship or forgiveness or talking this out. Like it's just like, no, you came here, this is what this means, like, and that's it.
I'm not sure I understand.
It's okay, Siri, it's all right. Siri's like, I don't understand the notion of friendship.
Same, Siri, same.
You know what, Siri?
then just before my turn ends, I would like to tell, I think everyone who's on deck with me, just kind of like about, it seems to think that we're here to harm us. And I guess it's just putting up a guard because it doesn't know if it'll attack it. But not like it doesn't know if we'll attack it. It thinks we're here to attack it by just being here. And I'll make sure Cascade hears this as well in case she thinks of a plan to maybe turn us around or take us maybe another way out of this area. But yeah, that's Kalyuka's turn. She's not going to make any attempt to attack this creature at all.
And what I will say is the way that the message kind of reverberated back at you was just, it was screaming it at you. It was like just unrestrained fear and anger. There's no like sense of I'm trying to understand or anything like that. Like, are you trying to trick me? It was just like overwhelming almost how much
It's gonna murder us indiscriminately.
It's gonna murder you indiscriminately is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's very like them. It's gonna be let me say, as your DM, this is going to be difficult to turn this around. Okay, it's going to be difficult to persuade this bird that you are not here to kill it. All right. Next
that's my
up, Tilly obviously heading up on deck. I don't think that anyone doubted that Tilly was just going to sit this fight out. Tilly's going up. Will probably position herself, I would say, probably next to Cascade in the hopes of, I don't know, potentially defending Cascade in some way if needs be. You will all notice that she looks up, she immediately looks around, probably for Suri, and then just kind of glances towards Suri's boat, and then it's like, and then just like Cascade is her next thing. So she heads over to Cascade, and she has her axe ready. So she's going to hold an action in case this thing bears down on you to whack it with her big old axe. And that is Tilly's go. Let's head now to Onyx. And this creature now is once more moved. It's taken its last legendary action of this round to move. So it's much closer now. And I'm now going to reveal it momentarily because it is within distance. So it is quite large. Yeah. And it's
spell knowledge. How close is it?
I would say let's say it's within, well, it obviously depends on you personally, but I'd say it's within sort of 60-ish feet of the boat. 60 feet. Yeah.
I'm just gonna surface of the boat and cast Cloak of Stars on myself. Which gives anything disadvantage to attack me. And I think that's about all I have the time for.
All right. Just so you know, your audio is coming through a little fuzzy.
All right. Did you hear what I said though? I said basically to the deck of the boat and casting stars on myself, and I'll do my best with the audio.
That's okay. Yes, you're casting Cloak of Stars. Let me just remind myself.
It gives a disadvantage to attack against me.
Against you. Perfect. All right. Well, that's very useful to know, actually. All right. We're back to the top of the round. with Eva. Eva, this thing is much closer to you now. It looks murderous. It's terrifying, and it's massive. What are you gonna do?
You are muted, just so you know.
Yep. It's still not close enough for detect thoughts. So I'm gonna shoot it. No?
Shoot it.
Yes? No?
No, you
Eva
absolutely can.
Eva will look over at those gathered and kind of draw her bow and kind of questioningly look at Estrella.
I mean, your fellow players are looking at you like, why are you shooting it? All of your crewmates are looking at you like, why aren't you shooting it? Like, so I'm gonna just put that out there to you now.
So Estrella's expression is very much an analytical one, not an adversarial one yet. I don't think that there's really necessarily time for her to say, don't shoot the thing, in the pressure of the moment, but given how well we know each other at this point, like, you would gather more of an analytical, more of a, I am still thinking up a solution, which means that she has not decided to attack it yet.
Okay, so Eva will put her bow down. She's going to read that very, very quickly. She's going to put her bow down.
Thank God for a passive insight.
Yeah, she is going to furrow her brow heavily, trying to...
If you look at Onyx, she's looking like, attack that motherfucking thing.
This is the thing.
Okay.
Like, there's very different approaches from very different people.
Yeah.
Onyx is like, attack that. They're like, a lot of your crewmates are like, we need to be attacking it. Obviously there are reasons to be holding back and being like, oh, well, maybe we could befriend this and stuff like that. The information that you have right now is that this thing is angry. This thing wants to kill you. Kaliuka has just said, I think it wants to kill us.
Okay.
And what I will give you as well, because I know that you are a survivalist first and foremost, Eva, is you had plenty of time. It's not plenty of time, obviously, over the course of this many seconds. It's come at you very quickly. There is a chance that one of your friends might think of something more peaceful, and it is a beautiful bird, and obviously you don't want to kill the animal if you have to, but this is looking very dangerous, and if things go wrong and you don't manage to achieve that, there is also the idea of that you'll be wasting precious seconds of like what you could have been doing something to it before it set fire to the entire ship. There's also that possibility. So just
okay.
And on a player note, like the general player note from me is like, ultimately do what you want. There are things that I want to do, but ultimately it is up to you.
Yep, so this is actually something I wanted to do last round that I didn't get to it after my round. So the first thing I am going to do is I am going to cast Goodberry, and I'm going to throw a Goodberry, because it makes 10. I'm going to throw a Goodberry to everyone around me, so they can each have a Goodberry. So that is cast.
Throwing, but I'll allow it.
Or I'll just hoard some good berries, but I'm gonna make good berries. And then I would like to tell the crew to take down the sails.
All right. So we're gonna put that as like a brace command, in that this is like preparing for the thing. Okay. Which is, you're the last person to give them a command. And I believe that actually Cascade has not given them a command that's of the contrary. Her only command was, we can't outrun the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. They immediately they look at you, and they look at Cascade as if to say, "Are we supposed to be doing as she says?" And then Cascade's like, well, go on then. And then they start running and like taking down they start doing as you say. And so yes, crew are doing the thing. All right. Is that your go? Yeah,
so because I use my action to make good berries, and then the brace. So that is going to be my go.
All right. It is now Kahara's go. And once more, she kind of flashes up in this huge form. And then you watch as this lightning kind of subsumes itself back into a smaller form, still very big, okay? But let me just, apologies, hide that. And she becomes much smaller. I would say that she's still huge in size category, okay, but not gargantuan. She's no longer massive, and it's confirmed to you, Estrella. Oh, this thing, like other Phoenix, they can change. You know that like they can become tiny if they want to. This thing seems to have instantly changed its size very quickly. It will fly towards you. And it will easily get within range of all of you. And it will make its first attack. Let's go with, we're going to attack Cascade. Right, so that is so it hits Cascade for 13 points of damage, of lightning damage, obviously, if in case anyone wanted to know about that. So that is Cascade hit for that much. And you watch as this damage hits Cascade, and she just kind of like makes this like pained noise, and then the lightning arcs off of her and flashes straight onto Onyx. Onyx, make a dex saving throw for me.
That face tells me it was not good.
No.
8.
All right. You take 9 points of lightning damage.
Does it still count as it getting disadvantage on an attack against me?
No, because it was a dex. It was a saving throw.
Okay.
If it was a like a roll to hit, then yes.
You said 9.
9 points of lightning damage. And then it will kind of swoop past the two of you. So it comes right in, like right literally over your heads. Like you can feel this kind of crackle as it goes over your heads. Swoops right past the two of you. And out of your range. And then it turns back and it's gonna head for Callista this time. It's not being discriminatory at the moment because no one's really done any damage to it, so it's not vying for particular people. So it's gonna head for Callista, so it's gonna make an attack roll against Callista. So let's go. That's 17 plus stuff.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. It's going to be another 13 points of lightning damage to you.
Okay.
And again, it will arc off the lightning, and it will try to arc off onto Kaliuka this time. So roll a dex save for me, Calliope.
And I made my concentration check for my spell.
Yes, if you're concentrating on something, please make a concentration.
Yep. I rolled a 15 on the dice, so
you should be fine.
21 on the dex.
It's 21 on the dex save. You literally just dodge out of the way. And is it half damage or no damage? Oh, it's no damage. There you go. So you just kind of like there you go. This lightning kind of just fizzles in front of you as you kind of move out the way. And feel for a second that you're being a little guided by that spirit, that energy that you felt before. Just as you kind of like move out the way. And it will pass straight out of all of your thing, and it will kind of settle itself here just in front of the boat, and it's kind of flapping. The fact that I'm just sat here flapping now, this is what we're coming to. Also, I wore this hoodie to try to invoke, I wish it had a bit more purple, but to evoke the colors. But yes, and it is sort of flapping its way in front of the boat and just looking at you angrily. It's at this distance. We will let's go for another person's go. I know that we are coming up to half time, but let's go. Suri is out of action. Estrella, what are you gonna do?
Something stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and move up past Eva, past Dion, past Calliope, and as I pass all of them, I kind of look back and I'm just like, please have my back. And I have a question, which is, now that I have a more solid grasp on what this thing is, I'm going to... Okay, I have a flavor question. Dancing lights I can combine the lights to form a humanoid shape. Can I combine the lights to form other shapes?
Theoretically, possibly, yes.
Okay. I would like to try and I will cast dancing lights. I would like to try and form them into the shape of another bird. As similar to like this phoenix thing as I can. Smaller, much smaller. Because I can only get up to medium size. But
you are all going to die.
I know.
Okay, you want to create a dancing lights bird.
Yes.
What are you trying to do with this bird? What is your aim?
My aim is to and like as I'm casting it, like the aim is to in Celestial just say like, we do not mean to intrude on your territory. We are like whatever a more eloquent version of we're just passing through, we mean you no harm. For our good buddy Keranos, please let us pass. You know, try to invoke Keranos as well. Just kind of see if I can strike up some sort of kinship with this murder bird.
Kinship with a murder bird.
Which is certainly a sentence that I just said out loud.
I mean, you're already friends with me. You got one murder bird friendship.
See?
Is one murder bird not enough? You've got a goal as well. Like, how many birds do you want me to give you here?
The general idea is to conjure up the four lights, form them together into the bird, and then dissipate them in like little sparks of lightning. Just try and form some sort of connection with this thing.
Okay. You conjure up these lights.
If you want me to make an Arcana check, I certainly will.
You're trying to persuade it, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
I feel like
I'm trying to just kind of like, yeah. I am trying to persuade it. Is that you asking for a roll?
You know, about 10 minutes ago when I said getting this thing to be persuaded not to kill you is going to be really hard.
Yeah,
remember when I told you all that? Okay,
yes.
I don't know what you want from me, guys. Like,
Can
all right,
just throw this out
roll
there,
a persuasion check for me.
Okay, 19.
Okay, 19 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you are persuading it not to kill you this round.
Nice.
All right, so it looks okay. You form these little dancing lights, and they have kind of like their own little orbs of crackling energy, sort of almost lightning-like energy, and you create this bird. And you say in Celestial what exactly? It was just sort of
Something
me
along...
and you are of the same.
So something along the lines of a more eloquent version, because I'm fucking tired. A more eloquent version of I am a disciple of Keranos. I understand that like you are taking this as an incursion. We do not mean to intrude.
I feel like less eloquent might actually be better.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go with just like Keranos demands that you move out the way type, because this thing I think Estrella would understand at least that this thing is gonna, if it's gonna respond to anything, it might respond to a more aggressive persuasion better than a please, if you wouldn't mind letting us pass through. I feel like it would be more like, hey, I'm bigger and better than you.
Oh god. Yeah.
Or at least I feel like that's how it would take this. And so you kind of create these this kind of illuminated bird shape in front of it, and it's like flapping its wings, and you kind of create this message in Celestial, and it doesn't say anything back to you. First of all, it does. What I will give you, because you rolled higher persuasion, is that you distract it enough this round not to use a legendary action directly after your go, because it's looking at your bird like, what the fuck? And then it will, in fact, I'll give you this. It will waste 2 legendary actions in striking a lightning bolt at your dancing lights, because it thinks that this is another phoenix for a moment coming and encroaching on its territory. I'll give you that. I will give it that it will persuade it not to use that on you, and it will try to use it on this shape.
And if this is kind of like if this is more kind of like an intimidating kind of idea that Estrella is going for, it'll probably be something like a stand aside, let us pass,
What's the difference between your intimidating and your persuasion modifier?
None.
Are they none? They're the same.
Yeah, they're the same. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with an intimidation then.
Okay.
You're trying to intimidate it into letting you pass. That didn't work.
Yeah.
But you did get to see it has some kind of action,
and
that allows it to strike a lightning bolt out.
And the reason and just like for transparency, the reason I went with that is because that also allows the rest of the party to back it up with attacking it without having to kind of like say, no, don't attack it. So it's just kind of like a stand aside, let us pass, and then we can, and then that allows the rest of the party and the crew to follow up on that with actual attacks, because I don't want to just waste everyone's time.
Okay, well, all right. So that we can have some damage to this bird before we go to break. I will get Dion to have his go. Very briefly, Dion. Well, let's see if Dion rolls well enough. Yes. Oh no, it's at disadvantage. Yeah, no, that's still fine. These ballistas are quite powerful. So this bird takes 9 points of damage because it's halved. And that's another thing you've just learned. Takes half damage from non-magical attacks. So there's that. All right. Shall we head to break because it is 4:30, and we will reconvene and let us maybe try when we come back to get through our goes a little quicker and hopefully kill this thing. Yeah, we will see you in about 15 minutes while we run some ads and pay the ad tax. See you soon, everyone. Bye. Hey everyone. Hi, we are back. And currently what we are doing is, well, loosely killing a murder bird. What we're attempting to do, what I'm trying to guide them to, what we're going to do now is kill this murder bird dead. Yeah, so let's pick up exactly where we were. So Dion had just taken some damage. Retroactively, I also just remembered that Tilly, our Minotaur badass, had a held action for if this thing flew over. And what I was trying to get across is when it comes out of your range, it has an ability that allows it to not take opportunity attacks. However, because it was a held up action, that's different. So Tilly did get an attack in and did 9 points of damage to this creature. So congrats, Tilly. With a really cool battle axe moment. All right, so we are now at Callista. Callista, it is your go. This thing has just shot out some lightning at Jen's extension of friendship, and it's just basically done a great big lightning crackle fuck you. So now it's Callista's turn.
Kinky.
Yep, and Callista is she has a really high passive insight, so she can see the murder in this bird's eyes, and she's a little concerned that most of her spells are lightning or thunder, so she is just going to cast a guiding bolt at it. And at 3rd level, which is probably a mistake because every time I cast it at 3rd level, it misses. And I rolled a natural 20.
Woo!
Woo!
on my
Yes!
wave dice.
Callista is coming in clutch. Hey, you remember when Callista brought the house down? Well, we can always rely on Callista to be like the anxious powerhouse when she needs to be. So Callista, yes, you rolled a nat 20. That hits. Roll your guiding bolt. What level did you cast guiding bolt at?
3rd. So 66.
So 66 doubled.
18,
66 doubled.
19, 20, 22, 26, 7, 28, 34 points.
And it will be doubled, right?
That was doubled, unfortunately.
Oh, that's doubled. Okay. Oh, yeah,
I rolled low.
Okay, so 34 points. Oh, Jesus.
Actually, I think it's about average.
Every time it seems like you roll a natural 20, you roll crap on your damage dice.
The best thing is rolling a crit and then being like, that's 1 damage doubled to 2.
And what kind of damage is it? Is it radiant damage?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh yeah, that gets it good. Yeah. So describe it to me. Describe how this looks. Because it's a crit. I'll let you describe it.
Yeah, so she has just come up the stairs and she sees this bird come barreling at them and gets, hit with some lightning, and she's just not going to have any of this. So she just, brings out this kind of radiant, like almost golden light in her hands, and it kinds of forms a ball at it, and then just kind of flings it. I'm horrible at baseball, but an overhand flings it at it, and it just kind of like hits it center mass, and the light just kind of streaks out around the bird and kind of encases it or encompasses it, since the next person will have advantage because of this radiant energy that's kind of sparkling around the bird.
You all notice as where these lightning crackles are that kind of made these feathers, they're just suddenly filled with a very different kind of light for a second, and it kind of almost becomes like this whitish glow, and this thing just screeches. It's definitely pissed now. I mean, it was pissed before. Like, that's not me saying, oh yeah, can you imagine if I just turned around and went, oh, you could have persuaded it before, not now. No, it's mad, hopping mad.
And for my bonus action, Onyx is going to get 5 points of healing from my aura.
Yeah.
And Callista, if you'll allow me, she's just going to speak in the bird's mind in Celestial and just say, we weren't here to harm you, but if you attack us, we're going to attack back. And that's it.
Do you know there's a sense of not understanding as in it understands what you say.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sense of understanding of the sentiment of I hurt you, you hurt me. Like just that very base sentiment of like, oh, now we're speaking a language that we understand. Like, I hurt you, you hurt me. That's it. Kind of is responding and understanding like that idea. Not necessarily in a way that's just like, oh, maybe I should, like it's getting to the point where I can, hey, maybe I should stop or anything like that. But it understands that idea of just like, hey, I'm gonna hurt you if you hurt me, and it's like, well, yeah. Like, so yeah, it understands that. All right, let's go with Cascade. Cascade is going to fire this thing at it.
And she has advantage on it.
She has an advantage on it. Thank you very, very much for reminding me of that. Oh, Cascade! Cascade has clearly been on this ship for a while. Knows how to handle these ballista well. Because Cascade just got a nat 20 as well. So let's go, Cascade. So how much is this? 2d10. All right. I mean, it kind of makes it moot because you double it for the nat 20 and then it's half because it's a non-magical weapon. But 14 points of damage from Cascade because of it. So not bad. Yeah. Who is next? Hector. Hector is very much he looks a bit frightened. One might say he's definitely got his eye on the stairs, but he's standing strong. He's staying firm this time. He's not trying to get away. He understands that he's probably going to get really yelled at. And I think, to be honest, he realizes that if he doesn't help and this thing kills everything, like, it doesn't matter if he's below deck, the ship will go up in flames and he will be dead. So he's like, I best, do something. So he's actually going to run. Where is he right now? He's going to reach out and put an arm on Onyx. And I'm sorry, it's a touch spell, so I'm sorry. And he will apologize. He'll be like, sorry, but this is in good faith.
She just gives him a look like,
get your damn hands off me. Yeah, I can imagine.
just like, what are you doing?
Actually, let me just check
with
something.
what you do next.
You feel I just want to check something real quick. I'm just trying to remember. What do you currently have? Okay, yeah. So yes. Reaches out, puts an arm on you, Onyx, as you're kind of like drawing your weapon and looking like you're about to get, involved in the fight. And it goes, wait, I can help. And casts protection from energy. Gives you resistance to lightning damage.
Word.
And he's now concentrating on that. All right. And you feel that. You feel that chaotic energy within you that kind of like makes up a part of your soul, a part of your being, respond to this to the way that it is like a protection. It's a protection from this because the energy, the lightning is kind of crackling around sort of the general area, and yeah, you now have resistance to lightning damage, and he's concentrating on that, and that is Hector's go. Kaliuka, it is your go.
So Kaliuka seeing essentially this creature attack us, and both Astrea try to talk to it, and then Callista really go at it with the guiding bolt. Gets more of an impression of a wild animal coming into like a city or sorts, and the fact that you need to kind of tame it in a way. So I think it's still flying overhead, right? So I wouldn't be able to really hit it in melee. So Kaliuka, still having her bagpipes and a little annoyed at this bird that all of us have tried to appease, is going to instead play this horrible rendition on the bagpipes that sounds like its own cackling, like the sound of the birds noises, in the sort of way that I can't understand you and I'm just going to make like a horrible mockery of your sound. And
like a discordant version of the things it's saying.
Yeah, and it's like a very like cheep 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 cheep. Okay, like it's like really horrible mockery of its chirps.
Are you calling this bird a chicken? Are you calling this bird a chicken?
Essentially, and I'm going to cast Definite Whispers at second level. That's wisdom. I'm sorry, that's a charisma save. I think
charisma saving throw.
Oh, sorry, a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Okay, let's roll that dice then. Let's see how we do. Yeah, it fails.
Amazing. Awesome. So it's going to
It rolled a
take,
7. So.
oh, great. Okay. It's going to get 4d6 psychic damage. So that is 6. Wow. Okay.
That's disgusting.
8. Wow, that's great. 14. 15 points of psychic damage.
15 points of psychic damage. You.
And so it's going to hear this. It's going to hear essentially like an edited voice of its own sound in its head, just screeching at it, like the way it's been screeching at us. And as a bonus action, I'm going to give Eva Bardic Inspiration. But not Tails, just straight Bardic Inspiration.
Got it. Okay, you're not doing
What do I
Tails
get with
at all.
Bardic Inspiration again?
It's a 1d6, that's it. So
Just
you can
added.
you can add it to your attack, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay.
Just a reminder, obviously, if you don't want to do tails, that's fine. But just a reminder that currently you don't have a tail that's in effect, because when Callista took all of the temporary hit points, whatever the effect was on her is not working anymore.
Actually, since it's not working anymore, I'm going to try for another tails. Let's see
Go for it.
what Eva gets. Okay, that's a 2. What is a 2? That is Tale of the Renowned Duelist.
Oh, this sounds
Nice.
just like Eva.
not the best, but you can make a melee spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 2 rolls of your Bardic Inspiration. That's 3 plus 2, 5 plus 7, 8 point. Oh, plus my charisma modifier.
On
That's
a
11.
melee attack.
So if you do a melee attack, you can add 11 to it.
If you do a melee attack. Listen, the tails don't always abide. That's part of the chaotic nature of Kaliuka's particular brand of magic. It doesn't always abide by the rules that she would like it to. And so she obviously looked at Callista and she remembered, like protection and all of this, and it kind of fell in line with that. She looks
Can I imagine like a sort of zombified ghost soldier just appear in front of me, look at the chicken and go, Paka!
You absolutely can imagine. I feel like what you actually reach out to is someone who definitely resembles a pirate in their garb. They're wearing a tricorn hat, and they're interested in you trying to protect Eva, because Eva is wearing this gorgeous tricorn hat as well, and it's kind of drawing to them. And they're yelling at this thing, very different to this other traveler that you kind of spoke to briefly, who was fearful, was terrified. This pirate is willing to go down with its shit. The memory that you have of this pirate, and it's just yelling at this thing, it's mocking it, it's making these like bird noises at it, and it enhances Eva's melee ability, and you end up yelling at it like, she uses a bow. And he turns around and goes, I know what I know, and then just disappears. That's kind of the end of that. But if you do decide to do a melee attack, you are well prepared for it, Eva.
I mean, I need that in case the bird like lands on me, and then I can stab it.
I mean, if you end up like getting, goodness, God forbid that you end up getting scooped up and ridden off anywhere.
And just for my movement, would I be able to get any sort of cover if I come around here somewhere? Like if I I'm kind of under some of the weaponry.
So what, you're going to try to pile spears on top of you? Or like underneath the back? I would...
More like the side of the ship, if I could lean against it. So
so like crouch down and...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would give you half cover for that.
Got it. So I'll just so that we're not at the risk of, I mean, we're already at the risk of AoE, but I'm just going to shift myself here. And that's my turn.
All right. Who is up next? My instinct says it's Tilly. It is Tilly. Tilly is holding an action again for if it comes into range to attack. And she is at this point also yelling. So the crew at this point have kind of dealt with the sails. She is also yelling for the crew to attack. And they are running towards the various ballistas around and kind of pulling out crossbows and things like that to try to attack the bird as well. And that is Tilly's go. Tilly's not going to be huge amounts of help in this fight, I'll be honest. But she's doing the best she can. She's realized that it does send them kind of swoop down to take attack. So she's like, I'm waiting. All right, Onyx, it is your go.
Onyx is going to start by using Celestial Revelation to sprout a pair of wings. And as she is flying up to meet the bird, she's going to draw her greatsword. And while I'm doing this, I get an extra radiant damage equal to my proficiency bonus. And I get my normal 1d4 radiant damage from being Nyxborn. So I'm going to just do a melee attack.
Yeah. So you are flying up into this bird's face.
I'm straight up gonna stab this thing.
I feel like this bird was getting kind of distracted, and I have allowed it to have its legendary actions distracted by what Estrella did, and it was kind of shooting lightning bolts and trying to dispel these dancing lights that are vaguely in the shape of a bird. And then I feel like Onyx comes shooting through these lights, also in the shape of a bird, and just goes straight for it. Make your attacks. Because I think you get 2 attacks, don't you?
Oh my god. The first one was a 10.
Uh-huh.
Total. The second one was a 13.
13. Neither of
God
those
damn
hit,
it.
I'm afraid.
This would have been so cool if it worked. Fuck me.
I'm really sorry. That it's
I should have done Abjure Enemy first or something. I don't know. Whatever. It was really cinematic in my head.
It was super cinematic. You kind of make these 2 slashes at it, and it kind of it is surprised, but it sort of draws back and just about misses them. But it's very intently focused on you now for a minute, because you're kind of right up in its face doing its thing. It's stopped looking at these dancing lights now. It's looking at you instead, because you're flying. That's weird. I got an enemy that can also fly. Odd. Cool. Next up then, what I will say, by the way, it is not just a melee attack with a weapon, it's a melee spell attack, Lindsay. So if it gets in your range, you could do something that's literally just like a spell. It's not like I have to have like a melee weapon. But that's just me making that clear.
I think that's even worse.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
no.
I have, yeah, that's even worse. I don't have any melee spell at all.
No, but what it is it's you don't have to have a melee spell prepared. It's just that you say, I want to use the Tale of the Renowned Duelist and make a melee spell attack.
Okay.
Right.
So
it basically gives you an attack that you could that you
it's
can keep
giving
charged
you a
up.
melee spell attack.
Okay, so how would
That
that work
will
if I use?
do-
I'll cross that bridge when I get
Yeah, you don't have to
melee
use
range.
it. But what I'm saying is, you now have the ability, if you want to make a melee spell attack that will, if it hits, do force damage equal to 2 rolls of Kalyuka's bardic inspiration die.
Okay, that's better. That's useful because I don't have
Yeah.
any of those. So now I have
Yeah.
one.
And
See
if you
it
want
comes
to,
up.
you can hold it as well, like as in, oh, I'll hold it. But I know you will probably want to do other things. I'm just saying so you know all your options.
And do I roll the 2 bardic inspiration die right before, or can Lindsay just roll a 2d6?
If it hits, you roll Kalyuka, you roll the 2d6. No, wait, bardic inspiration dice, so that's a d6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Lindsay can roll it. Lindsay can roll 2d6, and it will be, and it says
2d6 plus my charisma mod, which is 3.
yeah. So it then will be that for Eva. All right. So next up, then we go back to the top of the round. So it is Eva's turn. So Onyx has gone straight through. She's distracting it. She's kind of they're exchanging blows. They're not really getting anywhere with each other, and neither are quite managing to hit the other yet. But Onyx is up in its face. It has had some damage done to it now, and it is looking pissed enough that you're like, we've done some damage to it now. Yeah.
So my bonus action is going to be to cast Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So Hunter's Mark is now going to be on the bird. I am going to then pull back my bow and I am going to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Make an attack roll for me.
9.
Mm.
I was a nat 1 with a plus
Yeah.
8.
Great. You have another attack though.
Yes.
Y'all need to start rolling real dice.
13.
13 does not hit.
I switched
Yep.
to the fake dice because the real ones were rolling so bad.
No.
Yep. That's my 2 attacks. So I also do nothing on my
I mean,
turn.
this still looks pretty cinematic. I know that this is disappointing, but this still looks pretty cinematic because this thing is really quick. Like, it is lightning speed. Like, you can't really blame yourselves for struggling to hit it.
I can. I rolled a 1 and
You
a
can blame
5
the dice.
plus 8. Like, I have a plus 8 to hit.
I am so sorry. Eva, is that your go? She's got the bow drawn. She just lets off an arrow, swears, lets off another arrow, swears
again.
Knocked with another arrow. Like, we're just going. All right. It is Kahara's go. I feel like because Onyx got in Kahara's face, Onyx feels like the best target. So we're gonna make an attack roll
I'm
on
not
Onyx.
the best defended, so it's fair.
Yeah. That is gonna be a 16 plus. Oh, you have it's disadvantage against you, isn't it?
Disadvantage, yeah.
15 plus where is this?
Plus -4.
I'd love that to be the case for you, but sadly I don't think it will be. What is I had it just a second ago. I literally had it. Oh, yeah, no, it's quite strong. So 25 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Silvery bobs. Can I
Silvery bobs, can you do that?
I don't know.
reaction for an
for an
attack?
Roll?
Any
Really?
D20 roll.
All right, we'll roll again.
And they have to take the lower roll.
Yeah.
Oh, with
I
the
know.
lower rolls 25.
What is your AC? Is it 18, Onyx?
Yeah. 18.
You were so close, Kalika, to saving her, because it's a 9 plus 10 to hit.
Oh.
19. You were so close. Like that silver bobs could have made the difference. All right, so yes, you
Could I it doesn't really say that it succeeds if this is when it succeeds, but could I give Onyx advantage for the next roll?
yes.
So awesome.
Whether
So-
they succeed or fail, I believe that's why everyone thinks silvery bobs is so broken. Because whether they succeed or fail, they just get this thing anyway. Like it's a commiseration or a congratulation prize. Either way.
So Onyx,
you
you get an advantage on your saving throw, ability check, or attack roll.
Word.
all right. Yes. So let me just do the damage for that. Because this is gonna be, but you do have
Lightning,
resistance to lightning. Yeah. So
How much
this is a bit-
resistance?
that's what I'm about to find out.
Resistance is just cut the damage in half.
It cuts it in
Oh,
half.
okay.
Yeah.
It is different from 3.5.
It is not DR, it's just resistance.
Gotcha.
So it was
Which honestly makes it simpler, and I do appreciate that.
that's 7 points of lightning damage to you. That's after cutting it in half.
So 4? Oh, that's after cutting it.
No, it's after cutting it in half. And then the lightning will arc out to who is nearby.
How far in the air are we? Is it in range?
Oh, also, where is Onyx? Because right now it looks like she's still on deck.
Oh yeah, Onyx. I think Onyx is over here.
I'm in the air next
Definitely
to it.
within range. You are definitely within 30 feet of Estrella right now. Yes,
I think-
Estrella, take a dex saving throw for me.
That's
I tried
hopefully.
Australia.
Unfortunately, that's a 12. I don't think it's gonna do it.
No, it's not. Let me just roll.
Yep, I can't do anything about that. So yes.
11 points of damage, lightning damage.
Okay.
And honestly, Estrella, this is the first time the lightning has really betrayed you in this way.
That's fucking rude.
Because that's kind of annoying.
Fucking rude. Speaking
Yeah,
of.
having that thrown back on you, that's not fun.
I mean, speaking of, it's fine. It's fine.
All right, and then it's gonna take its second attack on Onyx. And that's at disadvantage again. So 22 to hit.
Yeah. My AC go up.
That's good. That is 7 points of damage. Lightning damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. No, 8. Sorry, to do another one. I did the wrong maths. And then it will arc off. And let's go with Estrella again. Estrella made the lights come up. Sorry, Estrella.
Understandable. Let's have a terrible day.
Do another dex saving throw for me.
That's a nasty 20.
Nasty 20. Yeah, okay. You are ready for it this time. And you just kind of like dive to the side, and you manage to avoid this quite nasty lightning spark. You're quite close to the danger. And that's the end of its go.
Speaking of
So
Estrella.
and it's Estrella's go.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and make this short and sweet. I'm going to scoot back a little bit to stand next to Callista because we're gonna be smart
Oh
today.
my god, is this Estrella learning to get out
you.
of the
I hate you.
range? I will not.
Shut your fuck. Quick question. Do I know if phoenixes tend to be immune to the element that they represent?
You rolled a 23 before, don't you?
Something like that, yeah.
You could probably guess that there will be at least some resistance, yes.
Great. All right. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Scorching Ray at 4th level, so that's 5 rays. And we're just gonna bombard it with fire.
Wow.
Does a 19?
All right.
I think it's a 19. Hang on. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
I'm just gonna roll them all the attacks. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits, yep.
Okay. Then that means a 23 hits. 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay. And my last attack is higher than that. It's 25. So that's 4 hits, which means 8d6.
4 hits.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's a solid number of 6s. Okay. Let's see. 10, 20, 29, 34 points of fire damage. As one ray goes wide, but the other 4 do just pepper it. As I just say, like, because I don't know what's whether or not it heard me or understood, I'm just gonna keep saying in Celestial, I warned you, bitch.
This creature is starting to look tired. And I think that what will strike you right now in this moment, Estrella,
hopefully not lightning, but continue.
as you remember kind of your studies and you're trying to remember, is it like not lightning? That's funny.
Yeah, thank you.
And you get this, you kind of look at it, you remember kind of from your like stories and readings about Phoenix. This one seems young. Not necessarily like a baby, but this one is younger than your average Phoenix. So it seems like you're kind of looking at it and you're like, this seems to be wearing down quite quickly. Yeah, it's all speed and it's got some pretty hefty attacks, but actually, does it have the stamina?
Glass cannon.
Endure in a fight? Against most people, maybe. But you guys are kind of bombarding it a little bit now, and it's starting to look tired.
Okay.
Shall we say? The lightning's fizzling out. It's not quite arcing out as kind of far as it was. Yeah.
So I'm going to turn to the rest of the crew and just say, keep pressure, which is essentially the fancy way of saying continue attacking it, please.
If you would be so kind. All right. Cool. Nice. Let's head then to, that was after Estrella's go, so let's head to Dion. Dion is going to do his stuff. Let's go. That is 5 points of damage from Dion, so not as good an aim there. The crew, by the way, collectively do quite a hefty amount. Yeah, because they've all kind of manned the ballistas. So that's another 20 points of damage from the crew. And then who's after Dion? Dion is just shooting. Callista, it's your go.
Okay, well that
quite hurt.
Yep, and that guiding bolt did such a good job last time. She is just going to do the same thing, follow it up. And she rolled a natural 17 on the dice, so that's going to hit because that's a +9.
Yeah, that does hit. Yeah.
So at least I don't have to try to double these dice and do that math. So 9. Okay, there's 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23 points of radiant damage from her guiding bolt.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, she'll give Estrella healing of 7 points.
Estrella, you have been healed 7 points.
Beautiful, thank you. I'm so sorry. I think I may have been undercutting my attack rolls by 2. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Damage rolls or attack rolls?
Attack rolls, and I have been. I'm so sorry. I may have just missed a whole attack. Yeah.
You probably that one that was a 15.
Yeah, it would have been a 17. Rip.
Do you want to? Well, we've figured it out now. So do you want to roll for it?
8 more.
8 more.
5 hits! Yay! Thank you for being merciful.
Listen, I'm not gonna take it away from you. Okay. So next is Cascade's go. Cascade is gonna take a shot.
And she'll get advantage from the guiding bolt again.
She will get advantage. Oh, she missed. And she rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, not much I can do for that.
Advantage gives it to the 2.
At least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah.
I know that feel, Cascade. I know that feel.
She is looking equally as frustrated as Eva and Onyx are right now. The 3 of them are pissed. We'll go to Hector, who is still maintaining concentration on protection from energy because, oh my god, Onyx has gone straight into this thing's face and he's trying to help her resist as much as possible this creature. He will. Can he do anything? So it's not. Yeah, because it's all kind of concentration, to be honest. He will cast. He will cast Ray of Frost. So let's see. Reach spell attack. Okay, let's see. Okay, come through, Hector. Not bad. That's relatively impressive. Well done him.
Callista always knew he had it in him.
I didn't.
Got it in him.
I was gonna say Callista was the only one.
The Callista was the only one.
Callista's very charitable and we love her for it.
So
Yep.
2d8.
Some people say a face only a mother could love. We say a face only Callista could love.
That's somehow worse.
It's 12 points of damage, so that's all right. And it comes out kind of, instead of it being like ice, it's more like just sort of this like wave of water just like hits it square in the chest. 12 points of damage for this. It's starting to look pretty rough, to be honest. And that is what Hector's gonna do. Next up is Callista.
I am. I'm gonna hit it. Should I give it? Should I help out everyone?
Well, hold on. You have to roll for that.
What, you can't just say that we hit it and just roll damage?
Wow.
I mean, everybody's been using ranged or like melee attacks, right, against this.
Hmm.
So then, just to help
That's fair.
everyone out, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on it. That's
Oh yeah.
this is gonna be tough. It's a dex save of 14, and I've got my silvery bobs prepared to go for that.
A dex save of 40, a dexterity saving throw.
A dex save, that's so bad. Oh.
All right. Yeah, I think it has a bonus on its dex saving throw because it's really quick.
What if it rolled a 1?
Hopefully.
Oh, it would possibly fail. It can fail. It can fail. What does it have to get?
14.
14 or higher. Okay. So without the modifier, it rolled 14. And then
Oh,
so 24.
silvery bobs it. Come on.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Right, you want it to roll again? You want it to roll again?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna see if this tries to stick because then
17.
everybody will. Oh, okay.
17 altogether.
Quite upset that it didn't stick. I'm gonna give Astrea Bardic Inspiration.
Thanks,
just a
Boo.
straight 1d6, and that's my turn.
Appreciate it, and I love you.
Lovely. Okay. Next up, Tilly. It didn't come by. Tilly is gonna curse that she doesn't have wings, and then she's gonna she's probably just gonna like she's gonna be like she's gonna say to Cascade, what do you want me to do? And Cascade is gonna just be like, just stay on me. And that's kind of the conversation they're gonna have. So she's gonna do it the same again. She's gonna prepare for if this thing flies around and tries to do something. Next up, Onyx, it's your go. Come on, Boo. You can do this. I believe in you. Right, you're muted in case you think you're not.
Also, Onyx, you still have the advantage as well.
I do? From what?
From my silvery bobs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
right.
actually the silvery bobs was at the same round, so it wouldn't have worked. So that reaction would have worked. But Astrea,
Okay.
you still have 1d6, and Onyx, you still have the advantage.
Okay. In that case, can I choose to do a smite after I hit?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a full round attack. All right, guys, friends, compatriots,
We believe in you.
plastic clicky clackies or computer clicky clackies.
Plastic.
All right,
Plastic, and you have advantage.
word. Okay, I think that's gonna hit with a 24.
Yay!
All right.
Okay,
The
but
first
roll
one is a
again to
24.
see if you get. Did you roll twice?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I rolled with advantage for the first attack, so now I'm rolling for the second attack. Unless you want me to roll
so
damage first.
roll both attacks, and then we'll do the damage.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay. So because you had a sad go last time, I'm gonna let you put your smite on the crit. I'll let you put
Okay.
it on the crit. All right, because that's badass.
Does that
So
does that double the smite too?
It will double
crit?
the smite too. Any damage dice that are rolled
Amazing.
during the crit will double. So
Okay.
do the non-crit
God.
attack first without the smite, and then do the cool attack.
So hold on, I gotta do this a certain way because that's for the first attack, it's 9 regular damage plus 7 radiant.
Okay.
No,
So 9 is halved because it's a
7
a
radiant.
non-magical weapon.
It is a magical weapon, isn't it?
You don't have a magical weapon.
All right, fine. 9 is half. So 4 plus 7 radiant.
Yeah.
Then rolling again.
Okay, so that's 11.
Then
This thing is looking rough.
what did I want to do? Is thunder damage and lightning damage the same thing?
No,
No.
they're separate things. What is it?
So thunderous smite is the smite that I'm adding. It's 2d6 thunder damage.
Okay, so it is resistant to thunder damage. So whatever you roll, don't bother doubling it because it will just get halved again.
All right. So I didn't know that, even though.
Was there a different
I
type
did know
of
that it was
smite
different from lightning and thunder, but
Onyx is not stupid. If you have a different type of damage that isn't thunder or lightning, then I will allow you to use it because this thing is clearly emanating thunder and lightning damage, like effects. So
ultimately it won't make that big of a difference because my other smites are only 1d6, but I'll go with Wrathful Smite instead. And that will be 1d6 psychic. So,
okay.
All right.
But you'll double it.
So 26 regular, so 13. Then
Christ.
12 radiant and 2 psychic.
2 psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just roll the 2?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
yeah.
Okay.
I designated in my head which one was the psychic die, and that was the one, unfortunately.
All right.
Still, that was a cumulative a lot of damage. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just because I've written it down in parts. So give me a second. Yeah, you just did like 40 points of damage. So
That's what I was trying to do last time.
That's a lot.
Sometimes it just takes a sec to kick in.
And you're royally kicking this thing's ass. Like,
go, bird.
It is
Nyx, fight Nyx with Nyx over here.
It is very, very like it is bloody, one might say. Like it is very close to
that's so pretty.
And it's looking tired as well.
Right.
It is going to, because it is a new round, it is going to, out of pure frustration, take up 2 of its legendary actions to shoot a lightning bolt at you. Which obviously I know that you're resistant to lightning, but it clearly hasn't figured it out yet. It's not that smart, and it's mad at you.
I get it. I'd be mad too.
Yeah. It's, you know what? I think it's got a right. It's got a right to be annoyed. Where is my thing that tells me about this? It is going to, yes. And luckily, honestly, luckily, you are not near other people. Luckily, like within 5 feet of other people. So, do a dex saving throw for me.
Okay. 19.
19. You avoid it, like the badass that you are. Okay, cool. Eva.
I'm gonna start off by unmuting myself. So
You and me, let's finish this.
Yep. So I'm gonna start off by dropping my Hunter's Mark concentration and putting up Zephyr Strike. So I'm gonna do Zephyr Strike, which concentration drops my Hunter's Mark, but now I get advantage on this roll. I get an extra 1d8 force damage if I hit, and I get an extra 30 feet of movement. So my movement, noticing this bird, is probably on its last legs, is what I'm gonna assume. Eva's going to sort of run up and jump onto the side of the boat, talons gripping tight. She's going to pull back and she is going to shoot with her Zephyr Strike advantage. So, 1 second, let me just get to my actions. So let's roll this once. So one's a 23 and one is a 14. So does a 23 hit?
A 23 hits.
All right, so 23 is I'm gonna roll damage. Oh wait, that wasn't damage. This one is damage. So that's going to be a 10 plus a 1d6. Did I say, or 1d8 that I get for save?
1d8, I believe.
1d8. So I'm gonna roll 1d8.
1d6. Wait.
It is a 6.
Bardic?
Okay.
The Bardic? Yeah, it's 1d6.
No, not Bardic.
It's damage.
Oh.
It's 1d8.
Okay.
1d8.
Yeah, I'm not close enough, I think, to use melee thing. So plus 7. So I hit it for my first attack with 17 damage.
17.
17.
Got it.
Oh yeah, 70 damage. I think that's a better idea, honestly.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. And then I'm going to shoot again. This time I don't have advantage. So that's the 16.
16 to hit.
Yeah.
Yes, that hits just about.
Okay. And then another 10.
Close. Yeah, very close. Very close. Not quite.
All right, Eva, let's do this shit.
But that was good. Yeah, you brought
Made
it
up
down
for everything else that I did.
I think this really goes to show the power of teamwork, everyone. You all have stepped up together and done a real good teaming. What I'm going to get Kahara to do now, because it is Kahara's go. She is on her last legs, like I said, on her last feathers. So she's going to fly away from Onyx and fly up above. I'm going to... just so that you can still see your characters, I'm going to put her here, but she's like above you. Okay, all of you. And she is going to do what I like to call last ditch bullshit.
Oh boy, that sounds fun.
I would like all of you to make a dex saving throw for me.
Everyone, please. Oh. Dion rolled a nat 20 for his dex saving throw. My God, locked and loaded, and then he was like, "Nah, fuck that." Okay. So I'm gonna go. Do you know what? Because it's one of them ones where it's like
all the damage if you succeed and half of it if you fail. So I'm going to roll the damage and then I'm just going to tell you what you each take. Okay, so let me just do that. Let me just do that.
Love me a good boom.
Buddy.
Okay. All right. So, Estrella.
That's me.
Yes. What did you roll
18.
for your dex save? 18. You take 16 points
Okay.
of lightning.
Fucking rude.
Callista.
I rolled a 5.
A 5. You take 32 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
Eva.
19.
19. You take 16 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
Onyx. You are muted.
$19.
19. You take 16 points of lightning damage, but it will be halved
Actually,
for
I
you.
take 8.
8. Exactly. Yeah, you can thank Hector for that. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Hector's slightly
You'd have
less of a
taken
hard
so
time from
much
now
more
on.
damage if it wasn't for Hector. Kalyuka.
20. A dirty
20.
20.
You're rolled really good, except poor Callista.
Oh, well, she
Yeah.
had good damage, so, you know.
She is
some
the
of the-
cleric. I mean, she can heal herself.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, and not that I necessarily think it's going to really matter at this point, but because you failed so spectacularly, Callista, you are also stunned until the end of your next turn.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know that it's gonna necessarily gonna matter at this point, but we'll see. We don't know what's gonna happen. And yeah, she's just flying above you, looking down on all of you with all of the rage of a storm, and giving you
That's what happens when you
everything
attack people
she's
unprovoked.
got. And then actually she's immediately going to take a legendary action and do something else as well. Where's the best point to strike for this? Probably
Horrific. Thanks, I hate it.
probably it's gonna be right above Callista. So this is gonna be for Callista and Estrella. I need you to do another dex saving throw for me.
Since I'm stunned, does Callista get one?
Stunned, you automatically fail strength and dex
Mhm.
saving throws. Oh, rip.
That's what I
So you'll
thought.
fail. Okay, great.
Mine is a 15.
Yours is a 15. You have failed.
Rip.
You have failed.
So-
Wait, you
Oh, wait,
do
hang
still
on.
have
I would like
the
to use my
bardic
bardic inspiration.
Yes, a d6.
That is an 18.
Okay, you have passed.
Thank you, Kalyuka.
You take a further 6 points
Okay.
of lightning damage, and Callista, you take 12.
Okay.
You looking okay there, Callista?
Oh, yeah, Callista is a pretty beefy cleric.
Of course she is. I was hoping to take one of you down. All right. Cool. Well, I guess it's no longer their turn. So it's Estrella's turn now. So
Okay, should I? So I have.
are you gonna try to persuade it to be your friend?
No, I have one more 4th level spell slot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot another 5 scorching rays at it. Should I roll one at a time, or can I do all 5?
I want to see. I just want to make sure that they hit.
Okay, yeah, okay. So let's start with that's a synthetic 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, for
So
7 fire damage.
Estrella. What do you want to do here?
Okay. All right, yeah. But real quick, I just want to see if the other 4 would hit.
Yeah.
By the way, I think
Okay.
you mean that was a nasty 20?
Three of them.
You mean that was a nasty 20?
Yes, nasty 20. Yes. Three of the other ones would have hit anyway. So what's gonna happen is Estrella is going to kind of look up at this bird, and look up at the lightning, and she'll kind of take the lightning. Sass. Yes, absolutely. She's gonna kind of like take the lightning, and at first she's going to instinctively go to shape these scorching rays in the way of lightning, and then she remembers this is a terrible idea, and then it'll kind of like flicker back into this fire, and she'll look up at this bird, and she will say, "I gave you your chance. Now let's see who Karanos favors today." And I will shoot these bolts of fire, these rays of scorching, if you will.
Like me better.
Raise that score. One.
Yes. And I am going to. The first one is going to. I'm just gonna flavor it, and the first one goes wide because it's fun that way. And then 4 at the same time, out of her hands. 1 in each wing, 1 in the head, 1 in the torso.
All right. And obviously they make impact. And as they do, this creature lets out this terrified, but also
25 extra damage.
It's an it just lets out this like shriek of like emotion. It's just letting go the will to continue, right? It kind of just what's the word? It submits, right? Okay. And as it lets out this shriek, it kind of the lightning fizzles out along its feathers, and you can see there is a physical bird there, and it plummets to the deck.
Can I catch it? Can I dive and catch it?
No, it goes quite quickly.
All right.
As it hits the deck,
I have to be right back.
Huh? You need to be right back. As it hits the deck, I would like everyone to make another dexterity saving throw, please, for me.
Including moi?
Oh yeah, because you're not even on the ship.
You are not within 30 feet of it. Hold on. Let me just read it quick. Oh, it does it. Okay, you are within 30 feet of it, so yes, including you. It's like a big sonic boom of electricity,
Gotcha.
right?
And Callista's still stunned, so.
Oh.
You automatically fail.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh god, this is going to hurt you, Callista. This is going to hurt.
I wish I could do something. I'm so sorry. I've been looking through my spells and I don't have anything to help you.
I have a spell, but I don't think I have time to cast it, even if it would help.
Does anyone know what Eva's current hit points are?
Yes, please hold. Eva's current hit points are 39 out of 50.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so it will depend on this save then. All right.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to make the decision because she said she had to be right back to roll on the thing her deck saving throw, so that we can all see it. Hopefully she will be okay with that. Let's just do it. She's got a +6 to her deck saving throw, so let's see. Okay, so she's gonna pass. All right, so that's fine. Because I just really didn't want to knock her character out while she was gone.
You're just gonna knock mine out while I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go around. Estrella, what did you roll?
I rolled a sneeze. 21.
Bless you. You pass. So you take half the damage. You take you take 19 points of lightning damage. It is. Callista, you take 39 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, and you just see Callista fall to the deck.
God damn it.
Unconscious.
Okay. We will address that in just a second because she just collapses, okay? Like it just, all of the, it's like this boom and all of this electricity just like frizzles out like immediately. Okay, and also, by the way, some of your crew have taken damage as well. Luckily for you all, Hector is still up. Because my God, if he was down as well, we might have. Well, no, you'd be all right.
I have lay on hands.
We can stabilize.
You have lay on hands. You'd be okay. So who's next? So Lindsay takes 19 points of damage, which I will just mark off. No, what did I say? Not 19.
Yeah, it was 19. It was 19 and
39.
19.
Yeah.
19.
He takes 19 points of damage. So Lindsay's 20 hit points now. And then who's next? Onyx.
24, not 20.
24. Great.
Oh,
you
so cute.
That's so good.
So pretty.
You also take 19 points of lightning damage, but halved again. Yeah. So I'll let you do that.
9, yeah.
Hector's
10 or
still
9?
9. You always round down unless specified
9.
otherwise.
You always round down, so 9. 9 points. And Kalyuka.
15? Does that save?
15. You take 39 points. Yeah.
I'm still good.
You take 39 points of lightning damage. It is a big boom. Okay. And luckily,
It is a dying boom.
Big boom.
Aware, but luckily your fellow crewmates are all still up. All right.
We all just hear Julia going, "Ooh, big boom,
Big,
big boom."
Big boom.
And a few important things happen. The biggest is that as this kind of like lightning it's crackled out and it sort of brings itself back in again, there is no longer a bird. There is a beautiful sort of pearlescent egg sitting on the deck. It is these sort of, depending on where the light catches it, because at this point the sun is rising, okay, and immediately as this thing has died, the storm clouds have begun to clear. It is like shades of pearly purple, pearly pink, pearly red. It just seems to catch the light in this kind of beautiful like rainbow effect. Very pearlescent, very metallic looking almost. And it's just sitting innocuously on the deck. Every so often a small spark of lightning crackles around it, but other than that, that is sitting there, first of all. Second of all, Hector, upon seeing Callista, because Callista's the only one that's gone down, immediately runs to Callista's side. And he takes a second where he's like, oh, okay, he's trying to figure out.
Could I just a slight Hector a little? I see Callista and I see like Hector run towards her. And I'm just like, no, you don't. And I cast healing word on her.
Oh my
God,
friend.
mean. Oh, poor Hector.
To be fair, he
He
saved.
doesn't know. I'm not going to show that I did it though. It's just like,
No, you don't.
Doesn't healing word have a verbal component?
Yeah, I guess
I'm
the
just gonna
I guess the
whisper it under my
was
breath.
you
Fucking
know.
nerd.
The
Humble.
back Hector was the verbal component. Well, I mean, to be honest, he gets there just as Kaliuka has finished casting, and he's nearly next to you. So, Callista, you wake up. You feel like the remnants of magic dissipate, and Hector is next to you. So you can only assume that Hector must have just healed you. He looks a bit surprised about it, but you know that's his thing, right? That's his shtick. So he's next to you, and he goes, oh, "Are you all right?" And he was actually reaching into his pocket, I guess, just in case he needed to get, you know, the magic currency. And you will see, as you wake up, this moment of him like reaching into his pocket and then going, and the wide-eyed panic of just like, like it's gone. Like, you know what's supposed to be in that pocket, and it's very gone, whatever it was. So good Lord, luckily he didn't need it in this fight, isn't it, everyone? Because, but yeah, so Lindsay, just so you know, what you essentially missed is you took some damage because you succeeded I rolled a dex saving throw for you. Yep. You succeeded, so you took half damage, which kept you up. Otherwise, you would have gone just fair. You are up, but you have 20 hit points left.
I did not hit.
When the bird crashed, when the bird crashed into the deck, it released like a sonic boom of lightning.
Would it have been like an attack roll or just like a
no,
dex
it
save?
was a dex saving throw.
Okay.
And you passed your dex saving throw.
Okay.
Luckily. Because I was like gonna roll it, and then I was like, what if this ends up sending her down, and then she's really mad at me? So
sorry, I had an emergency I had to deal with.
No, it's okay. I just was like, how am I gonna do this? That's that. So you're all up. Callista went down, but has now been healed. It was gonna be by Hector, but Kaliuka just couldn't bear the thought of that. So went in with the healing word.
And I think Callista would have heard that in her subconscious as she was waking up. And so, can she roll an insight check to see if she knows who healed her?
You have a high insight. You'd see that he looks pretty confused, so maybe you would realize that it wasn't him. But he did rush to your side, so there is that. He tried. So bless him. I'm really trying to make him a little bit more redeeming, and you're all just like, no, we fucking hate him. Fair enough.
Can we still move in turn order because there is some.
Well, I mean, we are kind of at the end of the session now. So what I was going to catch Lindsay up on was that an egg has been left behind.
Called it.
And it is a beautiful egg. Like, it's like pearly, metallic-y purples and pinks and reds. And it has this little sparks of lightning kind of coming off it every so often. But it is just sitting there. It's sitting there. It hasn't even made a dent on the thing. It just looks fine. Yes, Jen.
I have 2 questions. One, how big is it?
An excellent question. I would say it's about.
I'm mostly just listening to know.
Ostrich egg
Okay.
size.
I was like, I mostly just need to know how much I'm gonna hate myself when I try and pick it up.
I'll pick it up.
Well, how about we find that out next session?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Can I just
that's-
wrap up by saying that Onyx lands and claps a hand on Hector's shoulder and gives him a little bit of lay on hands for whatever damage he might have lost, and says
He did
thank
take some
you
damage.
for the spell.
Yeah, he did take some damage. Bless
That's
his
all I
soul.
wanted to do. I just wanted to say thank you, Hector.
I mean, to be fair, like when I said that he ran over to Callista, I meant he kind of limped over to Callista because he did not do well at that. He failed the deck save, but he was still enough that he was up. He still had enough that he was up. All right, yeah. So you kind of lay on hands, and he kind of looks at you, surprised, and then he does look at you very gratefully. And we'll end it there as everyone's kind of recovering from murder bird attack. And we're gonna really quickly go round because we are a little bit over time now. So let's start with, we'll go backwards this time. So let's start with Lulu.
Oh, hi, I'm Lulu. I've been playing the party's cleric, Callista, who ironically was probably the one with the most murderous intent of the whole party. But maybe that's just because Lulu likes combat, and not that Callista just, I like to say that Callista could just see the intent of the bird and knew that there was no talking to it, but you can find me mostly on Twitter at LuluNWA, and that's me.
Next up, Lindsay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lindsay. I play Eva, the Kenku Ranger. You can find me online at Chunky Chickadee. As you can tell, I like birds. That's why I didn't want to kill it right away. With the last E of Chickadee being a 1 because the full Chickadee was already taken. When I'm not on here, I'm currently working on some cosplay projects and running an adorable little anime store here in Belleville, Ontario called Doki Doki, which we're actually open today, and we're full of little children right now. So I'm going to be running off to work after this to make people happy and sell them Pokemon.
Hey, Pokemons. Next up, Kumi.
Hello, I'm Kumi. You can also find me at Kumi Curiosities and on the channel called The Pigeon Killers. Yeah, that's from me.
Oh, bless you. You're just like, I'll just say a little. Joan.
Hey, I'm Joan. I want to take this. I just saw on Twitter that Friday Tea, who does TTRPG related teas and stuff, they just had a break into their shop and are struggling with it and really frazzled because they're still at a con. So if you can do anything to help them, go check out Friday Tea at Twitter and stuff. And I know that there will be stuff coming up to support them. And I might do a giveaway. I had some stuff I was going to do a giveaway for my followers, but I might do it to help them instead now. Love you. Check me out as Rogue Senna on the tweets.
All right, that absolutely sucks. We're really, really sorry to hear that because that's horrible. It's at Friday Tea if anyone wants to go and check that out. Next up, where am I, Jen?
Hello. I will keep this brief. Hi, I'm Jen at JenBurb on Twitter. I'm a fairly boring person. Most of my games are home games. Love you all.
Oh, you're okay. I'm Kat, otherwise known as the Law Mistress or Law Mistress 93 on most social media. You can find me next week here for our finale, our season 2 finale. For Theros, you can find me. I'm just kind of getting back into like a workflow right now because I just moved, and as you can see, I'm in the middle of unpacking my office. I'm really happy that it looks so good, but I'm coming down a stressful period. So the only other thing I'm doing is I play Sylvie LaBelle over on VA Redemption's channel every other Thursday. I'm forgetting the next date that we're playing, but it is a Call of Cthulhu game, and I play a very disgruntled actress because the zombie apocalypse is it's annoying when you're trying to be a star. So there's that, and currently that is kind of all I'm doing, but I have plans. Just gotta wait a little bit for those plans. All right, what else do I need to share? I have been given a list of things. First up, let's go with so on Tuesday at 2 p.m. ET, or 7 p.m. British summertime. That's right, you heard. It is going to be the premiere of Over Isles, which, by the way, Hatchling Games created this amazing game. It incorporates sign language as part of the core mechanics, and it is so sick. And Rich is just an amazing game designer. I've met them; they're wonderful. Ivris is going to be leading an amazing cast on that, so please do check that out. Roll for Luck on Wednesdays. Sapphic Chaos. I mean, do I need to say anything else? And we have on Friday the premiere of, you all know her, you all love her, Arnica is having their birthday game, their birthday troika game is on Friday, and it's just going to be a tea party. To be honest, I don't think there's anything really to be seen there other than that, but Arnica's going to be in it, so maybe go have a look. And then Saturday, Kids on Brooms returns. I love Kids on Brooms. It's one of my newer favorite systems that I have now tried and love it. We would love more follows because we are almost at 1,000. We would love more subs because money, please. And yeah, we're really happy to have been here. Next week, finale episode. What will happen? What is this egg? Are there more murder birds? Hopefully not.
The murder birds now.
You can find. You know what to do now. You know what you're supposed to do with them now. You can find out next week on same time, same place, and not on Easter Day. Cheerio, everyone. I don't know if any. Oh, are we raiding? Who are we raiding?
That's a great question. Let's find out together.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I sound so frantic right now. I'm so sorry. I'm amping up the anxiety of this moment. Let's just everyone just breathe.
Let's go ahead and hop into High Rollers.
High Rollers. We're gonna go and see High Rollers, everyone. So everyone stick around. Everyone give them a massive hi when we raid into them.
High Rollers.
Hi to the High Rollers. And we're gonna my American accent is extremely strange to hear. You'll have to find it on Thursday. Okay. Cheerio.